Here's how to get the best deal on a car in 2025 and behind the scenes on how dealers really price their cars. Welcome back to CGN. This is Jake Fry, the car guy, here with
Walker Paul Toters. How y'all doing?
and today we're going to be talking about how inventory, it's in the news, it's at an all-time high, but prices have also hit an all-time high.
Something's got to give.
Something's got to give. So today, inventory, we've seen it on our lot here in Little Statesboro, Georgia, and we're seeing it all over the place. New cars are getting built, and they're getting bought at a slower pace than they're getting built. It's something that leads to, a lot of inventory sitting on the lot, and maybe a chance for you to get a great deal. So if you stick around, we're going to show you the best ways to get a great deal on a car in 2025.
You're going to want to like and subscribe right now to the Car Guys YouTube channel because they're going to give you the best information on getting great deals at the dealership.
So today, we've seen it. There's a lot of new cars out there and prices are at an all-time high. There's a lot of things that play into that. Inflation's a huge factor that we've seen. It affects everything and it affects cars too. And tariffs affect certain vehicles too. We here at Ford make more cars in America than any other auto manufacturer, but we do have a couple cars affected like the Maverick that have seen some price increases directly from both tariffs and the cost of inflation.
Regardless of where the vehicle is produced at, you still got to look at where you're sourcing the parts from. There's taxes on the imported goods that are used to assemble the vehicle.
So, there's a lot of things that go into pricing a car. When new cars sit on lots, like you have a lot of inventory like we've seen today, it leads to things like floor plan. That's what the dealers pay. The dealers don't own the cars outright. They pay to keep them there. So the longer that they sit there, they pay interest on those vehicles, on those loans for all the vehicles that they have. So we want, both us here at J.C. Lewis Ford, me and Walker, and all auto dealers want to make sure that they're selling as many cars as they can. So it's really led us to take kind of a volume approach, which means you get a great deal on whatever vehicle you buy. And if you want an especially great deal, we're going to show you some great ways to get a little bit down and dirty and make some really amazing deals happen. So when we talk about used vehicles as well, used vehicles are at an all-time high. We covered that last week. New vehicles are at an all-time high too. Used vehicle pricing is staying a little bit more flat. And at the end of the day, a lot of things go into used vehicle pricing. It's not just what you want to pay for a vehicle. That's a huge factor as far as value exceeding, the price, what you pay. But it's also what the banks think that a vehicle is worth. So there is kind of an upper limit at a certain point to where if you want to finance a vehicle like myself, like most Americans do, you got to make sure that your kind of value of what you're buying is in line with the used vehicle that you're buying.
And a great tip to get a great interest rate on a loan is to not finance your taxes and fees. When you're going to book a loan with a lender, you want to put your best foot forward, put a little bit of money down. A lot of times it does depend on the loan structure, but we can't forget about the credit history. A lot of times, guys, if you've had a little trouble in the past, dealers will be able to get you the best rate, but that's based on the history, the loan structure, your current score. Different lenders look at different metrics, so a lot of times you've got to use a dealership who knows where to send those loans to. You don't want someone blindly just checking for you just to see if something hits. You want someone who is educated, who knows your situation, who can get you the best deal possible.
So, we here down in Statesboro, we use something called value pricing. That's where we price cars below the market to make sure we sell as many cars as quickly as we can. And it does something great for the people buying the vehicle. It gives you a lot of options because we have a lot of stuff on the lot, but it also makes sure that you start out day one with a really low price because we want to move. We want to sell that vehicle as soon as possible. And Walker, you've sold a lot of cars in your day. And just because there's a lot of vehicles sitting around, it doesn't mean we're not selling a lot of cars. How many cars you got out this month?
They were saying this month wasn't going to be that good, but I will say I've sold 16 vehicles this month, a lot better than expected. I guess from everyone else, I have a level head every month that I go into it, and I try my best. For instance, last month for me personally, it wasn't that great of a month. I had a lot of opportunities that didn't quite connect how they needed to make the month happen. But this month it has turned around. We're at the top. We're doing everything we can, and we're keeping a level head. We're not listening to what they're saying. Their forecast is about the market. I'm looking at what's happening on the front lines. People are coming in, they're buying, and it seems like a great time, because also you got to think the dealerships, and it goes back to the inventory, the supply and demand thing. There's a lot of vehicles on the lots. There's going to be great deals. The manufacturer's trying to move them because they've got a lot of investment into this. The dealership, from their perspective, they're paying floor plan on this thing. They have to discount it too to get their money back on these things. So the thing is, when you see the high levels of inventory, that means it's a great time. You've got pressure on the dealers, you've got pressure on the manufacturer, and that just means great deals for you guys.
There's a little something that's called overhead, and it goes back to whether it's floor plan, whether it's having the big multi-million-dollar beautiful facility that we have, or it's just having great employees. All of that costs money, and at the end of the day, it delivers something great to you. It's somebody that you know and you trust. The dealership we've been working at has been in business for over 100 years, and it's one of the reasons why Walker and I feel really comfortable being able to represent them, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't put my name behind and my face behind folks that I didn't feel like I could work with to make sure they're taking care of the community. So, I mean, when you are a local, small town, down south dealership like we work at, taking care of people really matters. And it's part of what we're trying to do with this podcast, is really give you some of the behind the scenes, give you some tricks on how to get a great deal on a vehicle, and give you me and Walker's experience, because we have a lot of knowledge behind over a decade, both selling cars, working in the finance behind the scenes with vehicles as well.
And with that being said, you're going to want to like and subscribe. We got a lot of great things coming at the Car Guys YouTube channel. Definitely go ahead and hit that like button, follow us, do whatever you got to do, but you're going to want to stay in tune with what we got.
And we have a huge giveaway. We're doing it 10,000 subscribers. Right now, the channel's sitting at like 9,300 subscribers as we film this video.
So you might as well go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and do it, because at 10,000, we're giving away a whole lot of stuff. You're going to have to wait. Who knows how long to the next giveaway? It might be 100,000. It might be 1 million. We're going to get to both of those markers, and we're going to give you stuff both times, I'm sure. But tune in, lock in now, subscribe for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And it takes you to the whole point of this video, what you've been sticking around to see. It's our tips and tricks on how to get a great deal on an automobile, whether it's used, whether it's new. At the end of the day, a lot of it, if you want the best deal, do you want the best vehicle that fits your needs, or do you want the vehicle that absolutely you can pay the least for? Mm-hmm. If you want the vehicle you can pay the least for, you have to be flexible on what vehicle that you're buying.
So be flexible on the features. You know, I understand if you can't sacrifice the absolute needs, but things like color, you know, those one-off features that you can replace aftermarket. But if you find a vehicle on the lot that's lacking a couple of those minor things but has an amazing discount, go ahead and go for that one. There's pressure from the dealers, and they're paying floor plan for those things. It's probably been sitting for a little while. It's just no one's hooked up on it, but it's a great deal sitting there.
And we're sitting, me and Walker, in the same boat as you. We both drive pretty cool vehicles. Walker's got a Ranger Raptor. I've got a Bronco Black Diamond. But at the end of the day, I want a Super Duty King Ranch, you know, power stroke, high output vehicle. And when there's a great deal on one, I can promise you I'll be the first person lining up. And it's not to say that there's not a great deal out there for somebody who that fits your budget. It's just to say that doesn't fit my budget today. So we get something that both fits our needs. My Bronco can tow. Walker's Ranger Raptor can certainly do that, and a whole lot more awesome stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't need a diesel truck. I don't even really need 4x4. It's something that's awesome to have, but it comes down to finding the best value for both your budget and your needs.
And when you are specific and, you know, exact on what your exact needs are versus what your wants are, it'll make your choosing process a lot easier. You know, stuff like massage seats, the heads-up display, the heated and cooled seats, they aren't necessary if you're trying to keep a lower budget. It all depends on what your month-to-month looks like. I don't know how much money you have coming in and going out each month. That's, you know, your finances are very personal, and we understand, we want to help you the best way possible, and that's why you need to be upfront with us about what your expectations are, what your absolute needs are, and what your wants are, and we'll try our best to fit your wants. But at the end of the day, if we aren't serving your exact needs, we're not going to make the car deal. That's our goal, is to make deals here. But the thing is, we understand that we have stuff that we have to do to serve you as well. And if we don't have that mutual benefit from one another, there will never be a car deal.
And Walker and I have been working for years. We've had this YouTube channel for 5 years to kind of bring you stuff from the dealership perspective. But I mean, we've also been working that long to make sure that you have a value-based option. We did something years ago called the EcoSport Shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember that one. We had a jingle. It was around Christmas time. At the end of the year, at the end of the month, we always, year-round, have great deals. But when there is something fun, we try to bring your attention to it.
Exactly.
We'll link that EcoSport Shuffle video down below. It was a fun one. But I mean, we want to do fun stuff. We want to give you also some truth, some reality, some great ways to actually save some money, and have a positive interaction here at, whether it's a dealership, your local dealership, or whatever you do in the car world.
Whether it's informational, educational, entertainment, and then we're starting this thing with the podcast, we want you guys to stay in tune with what we're doing. We feel that we're putting major effort toward this thing, and we want you guys to like and subscribe. Stay in tune with what we got going on. We've got big things planned. Vegas, they're saying in the next couple months here, we'll see what happens with that.
There's been rumors.
There has been rumors, and there's been rumors at SEMA as well. So you're going to want to stay in tune with that. But you definitely want to like and subscribe. Stay in tune with what we got, and we appreciate you guys tuning in with us at the Car Guys.
We've got special guests coming. I'm doing the Bronco off-rodeo for my Bronco, so we'll be going out to Moab in the desert, doing some cool off-road stuff. We're going to have amazing content for you. Amazing SEMA content, and we're going to have great stuff at the dealership level from me and Walker that you can't get anywhere else. So hit the subscribe button. 10,000 subscriber giveaway coming soon. If you like what you see, we got a lot more coming. Stay locked in. This is CGN. Thanks.
Thanks.